Want an edge for betting the Super Bowl? Click the link in the description to download VSiN's free betting guide.
Question, maybe a stupid one, but I'm just spitballing here.
Can it make you say why not?
That wasn't a stupid question.
It's time for Why Not Wednesday.
I mean, why not?
You know when they say it's so crazy it just might work?
Okay, nothing gets me going quite like a little Why Not Wednesday. We're looking
All
at
right,
some
let's do it.
long shot props for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the player that our guy Mike Pritchard was just talking about moments ago. He said Kyle Juszczyk could be a wild card in this game. His anytime touchdown is 9-1. Could you say why not?
Definitely say why not.
Yeah.
There. Because, I mean, look, as Mike indicated, they're a two-back team. They spread you out of two-back. They're a base front. And what they try to do is to get you to go into nickel, which the Lions didn't do. They played their base. They said, Purdy's going to have to beat us, throw it, right? You're not going to run the ball. We're going to be in big people, and even though you're in regular people, we're going to stay in big. So, yeah, and then he's so effective. And then when you get down the red zone, I mean, fake fullback in the flat, he's got so many options. Yeah, anytime touchdown, why not? I love that.
Okay, Christian McCaffrey has been a touchdown scoring freak of nature this season.
Yeah.
He's got 2 in each of the last 2 playoff games. Now, this prop's a little bit unique. Christian McCaffrey to score in both halves. It's plus 450. Could you say why not?
I could say why not on that. I mean, look, here's what you don't want to do. And when you're playing props, I think this is really important. You're playing in the biggest stage, the biggest game of the year. You want your best players to play their best. Mm-hmm. And you want to lose or win giving the ball to your best players. I mean, you don't want to be the Chicago Bulls and not let Jordan shoot the ball in Game 7, right? You want him to shoot the ball. You want your best players to touch the ball in the most important game. This is not a game for Jennings. He might play well, but you're not looking to give him the ball. This is not a game for, Tony. Yeah. You're not looking to get him the ball, right? Sky Moore. No. If they make a play, great. It's about what brought you to the dance, right? And it's McCaffrey, Kittle, Ayuk, Samuel. It's Rashee Rice. It's going to be Kelce, and it's going to be Pacheco.
If you're Kyle Shanahan, you don't want to be walking away from the Super Bowl saying, I wish that we would have got Christian McCaffrey the ball in his hands a little bit more.
Exactly. You don't want to do that. You don't want to sit there and say, oh, I regret this. I regret. No, you want to say, make them take him away. And then if they do take him away, then you have plans and options around that.
Speaking of playmakers, for the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce has certainly been that in the postseason historically for Patrick Mahomes. Now, we all know about the octopus prop. It is, will the same player score a touchdown?
Prop. I didn't know this one. Teach me this.
Yes. Will the same player score a touchdown and the 2-point conversion? So 6 plus 2, 8 points, octopus. I'm going to do you one better. Will Travis Kelce have an octopus? Will he have the touchdown and then the 2-point conversion? It's 30-1.
You're not getting me on this one. Okay. This is too hard.
We're the draft.
I think it should be. How is that only 30-1?
Well, because they're trying to get you. See how it says blank space in front of the prop? This is part of the Taylor Swift specials that DraftKings has put together.
That should be 70, 80-1. I'm not an odds maker. I don't want to jump on anybody's toes here, but that seems a little improbable.
Challenging.
Yeah, that seems hard to do.
Well, an actual octopus is 14-1 any player, so they're giving you more than double that for Kelce specifically.
Well, that's still low. 14-1 on an. That's a hard thing to do, right?
I agree. It does not happen often, but Jalen Hurts did do it last year, so I think it's come the numbers come down a tick.
Now you bring up a horrible memory for me. We had an octopus moment in Denver. We scored, it was an ugly game, and we scored on a play on 4th down to Gronk. Okay? And we called the exact same play and flipped the formation, and Gronk was wide open, and we didn't throw it to him. Game would have gone into overtime. But, those are kind of few and far between. That's the year we lost to Denver. That was the year Denver killed Seattle in that that was the year Denver killed Carolina, which, by the way, I think Denver was the dog in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories for you, Michael. I was just trying to.
I just thought about that for the moment.
And now you'll forever call it the octopus. So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's stick with the Travis Kelce theme, though, because he has had double-digit targets in 2 of the last 3 games, including an 11-for-11 performance in the AFC Championship game against Baltimore. Travis Kelce to have 11-plus receptions is plus 550. Any interest in a why not?
Boy, if he gets 11-plus, then Steve Wilkes didn't do his job. I would say.
Then I will be crying on my couch.
You would be crying on your couch. I would say I would play it because there is going to be one thing we do know, and why I would play it is because the Chiefs have had plays and drives of 7 or more in 19 drives. They have constantly tried to work the ball with multiple plays. And let's face it, again, go back to what I said earlier. You're gonna dance with the one you brought to the dance, and you're going to have to get the ball to Kelce. And if they play zone early in the game, in the first quarter, he's going to catch 5, 6, 7 passes early. I mean, he's going to be the guy they're throwing the ball to.
And as frustrating as it is, we say all the time, no matter who you are as a defensive coordinator, you're saying, let's take away Kelce. Easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
So let's do another one of these Taylor Swift specials on DraftKings.
Okay.
This one's called Anti-Hero because it's about your boy Brock Purdy. Will he have 250-plus pass yards and 2+ passing touchdowns? It's only 2-1.
Yeah.
So it's not giving you quite as much value as I would like for this one, but it's taken that pass yards number down a tick.
Not taking it down far enough, right? Because I think all we've talked is why the Ravens didn't run the ball, and now you're asking me to buy a prop of 250 or more passing. Like, I don't want to go there. I think this is going to be a more balanced game. I think it's going to be, it could be 230 passing with 170 rushing. I think that's something I think there has to be balance in the game. Look, I love Purdy. I think Purdy's great. I think it's unfair that he gets criticized as much as he does. But all games that need to get won need some balance to them. And Kyle knows he's going to have to run the ball a little bit here.
Since you said why not to Kelce, and you're talking about the importance of the run game for San Francisco, I have a feeling you're going to say a no thank you to this next prop, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. George Kittle to lead the game in receiving yards is plus 450.
Oh, I'm on that one.
You are?
I love Kittle on the over total on his receiving yards. I think he's a key player here. I think he's got to make a lot of plays, and I think they got to get him the football. I think they're going to try to do everything they can to take Ayuk out on the outside, but in the middle of the field where Shanahan wants to throw the football, I think Kittle's his best option. I think it's time for Kittle to have a big game. I really do. I like him. That's one of my favorite props is him on the leading in the receiving yards. I think what's he have on? I think it's one of those where I think I could see that happening. I think he's got to be a focal point of this offense.
Give him a bounce back after the 2 catches on 3 targets in the NFC Championship game, just 27 yards. But we know he was 1,000-yard plus tight end this year. One of the best, if not the best, in the league this season specifically. This is a fun one. Can you say why not to either team kicking a game-winning field goal in regulation? The price is 8-1.
I could see why not on that. I mean, look, the line's 2. We think it's going to be a close game. We know the Chiefs haven't really, other than the Miami game, they haven't blown anybody out. The Cincinnati game, when they started this journey and changed their offense, was a close game. They won by 8. They covered, but that was a back-and-forth game since he ran out of time and since he ran out of actually offensive firepower because of the injuries. So I think it's a close game. I really do. I just don't think it's going to be one of those. I think it can be a back-and-forth game, and I think it comes down to the field goal. We've talked about Moody all the time. Harrison Buckner's really good. He makes kicks. The NFL is a field goal game, even though nobody wants 3 points. I understand nobody wants 3 points, but it is a game. It's a game where 3 points do matter.
You know a prop that I really do like?
What?
Jake Moody to miss a field goal.
Oh,
as much as it pains me to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate that.
He's missed 3 of his last 6.
I know, and I've been ripping him. I've been yelling at him. I have. I mean, look, these rookie kickers, they have to grow up. And, look, he's kicked in pressure games before.
He was great at Michigan.
Great at Michigan. I mean, I think he beat Indiana I remember texting Harbaugh about it. But, I'm rooting for him, so I could see why you would go there.
Yeah, it pains me, but.
I know it does.
Plus money. Mahomes and Purdy to combine for 7+ passing touchdowns. That's a lot. 12-1. Is that enough for you?
No, that's not enough. I mean, they're not giving you any chances here, right? They're not really giving me enough good stuff, are they?
What about this one? Because Andy Reid, we know he likes a little trickeration sometimes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Could Mahomes or Purdy, put them both together, Mahomes or Purdy have a reception? It's 25-1.
I think that's true. I think they could. Especially if it comes down to we need a 2-point play. There's always some kind of trickery that goes involved. Yeah.
So I can lose all my other bets and just hit that one. Let's go.
And then you can get it going. I mean, I think I think that's not a bad one. I could see that happening. Because look, in a game like this, you need something. You need a trick play. I mean, remember, go back to the Atlanta game. 28-3 came back, right? There was a lot of different kind of 2-point plays that the Patriots ran in that game. I could see that. I like that, Stormy.
25-1, ladies and gents. Mahomes or Purdy to have a reception in Super Bowl 58. Want an edge for betting the Super Bowl? Click the link in the description to download VSiN's free betting guide.